Hey everyone, welcome back to episode 4 of the World with Bruce. Hope y'all all had a happy Mother's Day last week with all your moms out there. I want to say, even though it's a week or so later, I want to say I hope all the moms out there had a great Mother's Day. Me, myself, I got my mom a yellow rose bush for Mother's Day, a little cross choker, a card, and some candy. So I was a good son out there, and I hope everyone else enjoyed their time with their moms. Let's get right into it. First, I want to talk about our world famous crappy Braves. Today, they announced they had fired Freddie Gonzalez, who was the manager of the Braves. They were currently 8-29, which is pretty bad. Over the weekend, they lost Sunday in 13 innings to the Royals, and they've had a brutal schedule, but right now they're just pathetic. I mean, I don't know what other word to use it. I like to call them the Bad News Braves after the movie The Bad News Bears. And right now, they are so bad. They started off the game tonight with Brian Snedeker, their interim manager, and were down 9-0 after one inning. So they changed managers, but the problems are still there. Hopefully, with a new manager in tow, they can maybe turn it around a little bit. I doubt they'll make the playoffs, but I was listening to John Hart, the general manager, try to spread his positive spin on this situation, and it just made me even madder. Basically said that they knew that this team was going to be bad, blah, blah, blah. The rest is history, but hopefully maybe they can finish off this crappy season, and next year, going into the new stadium, they can get a new manager. Chipper Jones said he's not interested, so it looks like it's going to be between Mark DeRosa, used to play for the Braves, Bud Blatt used to coach for the Padres, and maybe a couple in-house candidates like Terry Pendleton or Eddie Perez or someone, or Snedeker, by that stretch of the imagination. So when the Braves fired Freddie Gonzalez, you could hear the angels in heaven going, hallelujah, hallelujah. And I've been saying this for a while, and I truly believe it to be true, that this ought to be the Braves theme song. Gotta hold on to what we've got. It doesn't make a difference if we make it or not. We got each other, and that's a lot for love. We'll give it a shot. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. Oh, living on a prayer. So that is the Braves. They are indeed living on a prayer. Hopefully, like I said, we'll see how it goes, but I'm not expecting anything great. Switching fronts, the NBA is currently in the Eastern Conference Finals and the Western Conference Finals. We got Golden State, who lost Game 1 to Oklahoma City last night, and we got the world-famous Cleveland Cavaliers with the big three, LeBron, Kevin Love, and Kyrie Irving facing off against DeRozan and the Raptors. The Raptors beat the Heat in 7 games last time. So my picks of Golden State and Cleveland in the finals appears to be going to fruition, and hopefully they will both win, and I can be right for a change. Imagine that. Also, this past weekend, the PGA Tour was at the Players' Course at Sawgrass for the Players' Championship, and as we know now, Jason Day ended up winning. He's the number 1 golfer in the world. He's won 3 times this year, and I think they said 8 in his last 18 starts. And he's also being mentored by my guy, Tiger Woods, who, speaking of the devil, yesterday was doing a press conference for his tournament in July, his tournament, and he actually hit 3 shots off a tee box on number 10 into the water. He looked as rusty as an old nail, just looked out of shape and was huffing and puffing. But maybe he was just sandbagging, I don't know, but it looked discouraging. And they asked him when he was coming back, and he said, I don't know. If I knew, I'd tell you, because that'd be fun. But hopefully Tiger will come back. Like I said in my other videos, we all miss him and hope he comes back. This week, the PGA Tour heads to... Give me just a second, and I will tell you where they head to. To the AT&T Byron Nelson in Texas. As you know, Byron Nelson was one of the historians of the game, and this week they're teaming up there. And my pick to win is actually going to be someone who hasn't been playing as good lately, but who has won a ton in his career. And I'm just verifying that he is playing, which I think he is. It's Jordan Spieth. That's my pick for this week. He missed the cut last week at the Players, as did my boy Ricky, as did my boy Phil Mickelson. And that's my pick for this week is Jordan Spieth. NASCAR is heading off to Charlotte for the All-Star race this Saturday night. If you may not know, the All-Star race is a special race where people who have won races within the last year and who have won the All-Star race before compete in a shootout dash pretty much for money, that $1 million prize. Usually every year, this is a pretty exciting race. And my pick to win the All-Star race this year is no other than Mr. Rowdy Kyle Busch, who hasn't won the All-Star race before, one of the few races he hasn't won. So I'm picking Kyle Busch to win the All-Star race. Last week at Dover, it was pure pandemonium. Jimmy Johnson missed a shift and his transmission broke with like 30 laps to go and caused a huge pileup. Took out about 20 cars. It looked like a scene out of Talladega or Daytona. It was just rush hour. Gillette, Jr., Harvick, Hamlin, a bunch of them all got caught up. And in the end, it came down to Kyle Larson and Matt Kenseth, who had a duel for epic proportions. Matt Kenseth ended up winning, and another Gibbs victory, which is kind of annoys me, but that's that. Up next, we're going to talk about the Kentucky Derby. About a week and a half ago, they had the Kentucky Derby, and Nyquist won. My joke for the race was that I was going to get a horse and call it Steve Spurrier, and it quit halfway through the season like the infamous Gamecock coach. And so that was that. My personal pick for the Kentucky Derby was my man Sam, but he didn't even come close to winning. Nyquist won, who was the favorite. And up next, they have the Belmont Stakes and the Preakness. So we got that to look forward to see if Nyquist can run the Triple Crown like last year's winner, America Pharoah, did. On the wrestling front, I had a fun opportunity this past Sunday night to go to WWE Live in Columbia. While there, I got to meet my favorite Divas wrestler, Charlotte Flair, daughter of the Nature Boy. Woo! And if you're going to do it, you're going to do it with Flair. I got to meet her Sunday at the Lexington Walmart, and she was really nice and signed some autographs, took pictures. And just to prove to you that I met her, here is a poster she's autographed for me. Like I said, she's really pretty. She was the best. And then later that night, I got to go to WWE Live in Columbia with my best buddy Tom's girlfriend Elise, and we had a blast, and it was a lot of fun. Overall, great time, and I love going to watch wrestling live. There's nothing like it. Extreme Rules is this upcoming Sunday, with the main event being Roman Reigns versus AJ Styles in an Extreme Rules match. You got Ambrose and Jericho in a Asylum match. You got the Tag Team Champions New Day fighting the Von Villains. You got, who else? Rusev facing Kalisto. You got maybe the Usos fighting Carl Anderson and Gallows. And many other matches. And Charlotte Flair fighting Natalya in a submission match. Overall, it should be a pretty good pay-per-view. On the horizon, you got Seth Rollins, John Cena coming back. My boy John Cena wasn't there Sunday night, which really disappointed me, but I did get his newest shirt. You can see me. And also, speaking of the Gamecocks, like I was saying earlier, I got to meet Coach Will Muschamp last Thursday night at the Gamecock Club meeting, and he even answered my question in front of like 600 people. My heart was beating like a drum, and I stood up and he answered my question about the defense, and I got to meet him. He was really nice. Got to meet Cocky. I had great food. It's like I was in a mansion. It was just an amazing time. Really enjoyed that. And here is my Muschamp poster. It says Bruce Spurs up, and it has a schedule. Really cool time. So I got to meet two of my coolest people this past week. So it's been a good week in the world with Bruce, as you may say. And last but not least, I'm going to end this off like I do most of my stuff with a little sing-along. As I said earlier in the show, it was Mother's Day last Sunday. So I'm actually going to sing this old NSYNC song called God Must Have Spent a Little More Time With You. in honor of my mom. I love you. And here it goes. Can this be true? Tell me, can this be real? How can I put into words what I feel? My life was complete. I thought I was whole. Why do I feel like I'm losing control? Never thought that love could feel like this. And you changed my world with just one kiss. How can it be that right here with me there's an angel? It's a miracle. Your love is like a river, peaceful and deep. Your soul is like a secret that I never could keep. When I look into your eyes, I know that it's true. God must have spent a little more time on you. On you. So I hope everyone has a great upcoming week. As you know, the Captain America, the Civil War was out about a week or a half ago, and so many people have seen it. I've got some great reviews for that, so I'm going to go try to check that out. And when I come back with another episode with the World War Bruce, I will let y'all know how that went. For now, stay safe. I love all of y'all, and God bless. Good night.